The best lie is 90% true.
Who's got chickens? Who's got quail? Who's got hatch rates off the scale? From rooters, coops, and mystery birds. It's the man of poultry nerds. Talking egg fence, falcon birds. Diets, porry tips you want to learn. Welcome to the Poultry Nerds.
Song stuck in my head.
It is catchy. Okay. It's really catchy. I had somebody message me the other day and said, "Did y'all have somebody make that or was it AI?" I said, "Somebody made it." Why? I can't get it out of my head. I said, "Awesome." It means it's doing its job.
I know. I go out to the barn and I'm playing Amazon Music in my earbuds and the jingle is stuck in my head.
What you should do is like figure out a way, like make your ringtone on David's phone that, and then just call him and get it stuck in his head.
That's what we should do. We should sell the ringtone in order to pay for the podcast.
I mean, if somebody will buy it, because this thing, it ain't cheap to put it on. Might be worth it.
All right. Is that a fact or BS? Is it cheap to put it on?
It's not cheap is a fact.
Yes.
Yeah, because everything just keeps going up. And today we're going to play fact or BS.
Okay.
It's like it's a thing. And I got this idea because I looked through one of those times where I really just needed my brain to unload. I was scrolling Facebook in a chicken group that we won't name because we don't want to get kicked out of the backyard. But I just saw so much stuff in there that was way wrong, like out there. So I was like, hey, let's do a show, talk about some of them. And I will say in these are not based off my opinions. These are based off of some college, Department of Agriculture, or USDA extension study or research. So if you want to argue any of them, Carey at poultrynerdspodcast.com. Tell me which one it was. I'll get you the article and send it to you.
All right.
Because, there's a lot of people out there, all these internet experts and da-da-da-da-da, and they just talk. Well, we do talk. It's kind of fun, but we like to give us some facts.
We can link some of them on the website, send people over there.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah. All right.
When you put the blog up,
yeah,
you can attach some of the links to them, attach all of them.
we can do that.
Why summer chicken advice gets really confusing is heat changes a bird's behavior. Online advice spreads really fast. Some myths start with a truth, and good management beats gimmicks every time. And the one with some myths start with a small piece of truth. When I was little, we played a game, like sometimes we played it at VBS, sometimes we played it on the playground if we were all stuck in a gym because it was raining or whatever. But you would start, like everybody sat in a circle, and somebody would tell a person a secret, and they had to keep passing it all the way around. And you see how much it changed going around in a circle in 5 minutes. So when I saw some myth starts with a small piece of truth, that took me right back to dang kindergarten. I loved it.
The best lie is 90% true. Just ask any teenager.
Yeah. You got to read the claim, guess the verdicts, explain the science, and give you a better management option. We're not just going to say, hey, this is totally dumb. If it is, we're going to tell you what you should do. And the first one, this is my favorite because on this, you see every side. Apple cider vinegar will kill your chickens. Apple cider vinegar is the cure all for your chickens. And literally everything in between, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Guess what? I don't give my chickens apple cider vinegar at all.
And see, you don't use it at all. I use it because even though I'm on city water, I'm on awkwardly high pH water, like 9. So I have a little 2-gallon tank that the hose as it comes through, once I got it set up to how much it draws out of the tank per gallon to get it down to like 6, then I just kind of, all right, cool.
Could you not use baking soda for that too? Bring the alkalinity down?
I mean, you can,
That's what I use in the pool.
but I mean, that's a lot more calculation, probably. And, people already just toss in a little of this, little of that. But I'm glad you mentioned alkalinity
Mm-hmm.
because
Why?
apple cider vinegar will kill chickens. Complete BS.
It could in a roundabout way.
In a roundabout way, yes.
Like we
Proper
don't use it.
dilution really matters because if you put too much, which a lot of chicken folks live by the mentality if a little bit's good, a lot is better. And that is so wrong because in this case, a lot will kill your birds. A little bit is great for your birds.
So when it's so hot outside, if you put too much in there and it changes the flavor of the water, the chickens actually will stop drinking it or drink very little of it because they don't like it. And that will dehydrate them and bring them into heat stress. If you
That's why you
are
don't use
going,
too much.
if you are going to give it to them, give them clean water also.
Clean water is another one that we talk about that is extremely important. It's got to be clean. And you'll actually see one that talks about a mixture that I've seen several people do, and the gases that it can create can even kill a person.
What
We'll
do you
get to
mix
it.
it with? Oh, okay. So you never put it in a galvanized pan either because it'll corrode the pan and that causes problems.
Look, so I did not know that. And I did that one time. And while I was doing it, that pan started changing colors. And I was like, this ain't right. So
I mean,
I had to get rid of that.
yeah, I just can't find any pro to using it myself. I just can't figure it out why it's so popular. But now we are not promoters of product, and that has worked against us in the popularity category because we promote less is more. And so we're not telling people to go buy stuff. And I
Yeah.
think people like the idea of buying stuff to make their lives better, their chickens' lives better, whatever. And we actually tell people to keep their money, save their money, don't do this. And that's not really a popular marketing plan for our podcast.
And like we have people reach out to us to get us to market their stuff because it's chicken related.
Yeah.
But there's one particular thing that I've seen an asinine amount of marketing online about that's cayenne and a few other things put together, and the price is astronomical.
Yeah.
And, somebody sent me a picture of it and they were like, hey, I know you have one of your products that contains some of this stuff. What do you think about this one? And I looked at it and I said, well, they tell you the ingredients. You can look at it physically and tell that it's pretty much they're all in there in equal amounts. There's no science behind how it was made. You can go to the grocery store and get the same thing, save yourself a lot of money.
That particular company reached out to me not too long ago and asked me to help them market their stuff on the Bryant's Roost channel, not the Poultry Nerds channel.
Mhm.
And I said, when you can send me one piece of science that says that this is a good product, then I would be happy to look at it. Until then, I have zero interest. And I never heard from him again.
Crickets. Another one, there's people that actually think apple cider vinegar prevents avian influenza or bird flu.
Yeah, I know.
And I was like, look, the first time I've seen that multiple times. The first time I saw it, I was like, oh, this is a joke. Ain't nobody saying that cures that. Like that, no. But it several times. And I even saw one person comment on this person's post about it. I'm so glad you told me this. You're so smart. You know so much about chickens and da 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 da. And I was like, who is this person? And, I had to click on their profile to see who they were. And I think they may have about 20 chickens.
Yeah.
Want to guess what kind they were?
No.
Okay.
He's triggers.
No.
Silkies.
Usually, yes. Which I'm not knocking silkies. I know some great silky people. They are out there. One of our resident expert doctors is a silky person that we have on the show. And I have her and another good friend of mine that's been on the show before that wants me to get silkies so bad. And I'm just, maybe if my dies, I don't know. Apple cider vinegar can replace clean water. You could use it to purify your water. I saw that out there.
So I will tell you, this is not really apple cider vinegar related, but when I went and bought my first Orpingtons, like, I don't even know, 12 years ago now, 15 years ago, I went to a guy in Murfreesboro and he wouldn't let us out of the truck in his driveway. He was yelling about biosecurity and all that kind of stuff, but really, I think he just didn't want us to see the condition because what we did see was terrible and we should have drove away at that point. But anyway, he brought me 10, I think we brought 10 chicks out and they were about a week old. And he said, and they've had their bleach water. I was like, excuse me? And he said, we give them bleach water. I'm like,
Wow.
why would you do that? And he goes, oh, it keeps them from being sick. And they smelled like bleach. I felt so bad for those birds. But anyway, we took them home.
That's horrible.
It was horrible. I just gave them clean water and like flushed them out. But I had never heard of that before. Have you?
No.
No, it's terrible.
I really had never heard of that.
No, I hadn't either. But it was so strong they smelled like bleach. Terrible.
That is pretty bad.
Yeah. So yeah, mine just get clean water. And to be honest with you, some of them are green water at the moment. I need to wash them, and I actually was going to do that today, and then it started raining again. So maybe tomorrow I'll do it.
Well, and that was one of the things that I was going to say about that is, we talk about that. It's a thing. Waters get green,
Mhm.
and a lot of people will put copper in the water to avoid that from happening, and that works like a charm. But here's the thing: you can only do so much management, and when you have waters that are outside and they're not covered, rain will make algae grow so fast.
Yeah.
And that's why you got to shock the pool all the time or constantly maintain it. There is absolutely nothing that will replace clean, cool water, period.
Yeah.
And, if when there's, okay, so there's bleach put in the water. If you're on city water, most municipalities will use sodium hypochlorite, which is bleach, to purify the water. However, when that comes in contact with the sunlight or air, it off gases. And within 72 hours, if you take a mason jar, leave the lid off, fill it up with bleach, set it out on your front porch 3 days, it will not smell like bleach. And in 4 days, you won't taste anything but water. That's how fast it off gases.
That's why you don't shock your pool in the daytime. You shock it in the nighttime.
Because
Yeah.
it'll stay in there longer. That's why every time you buy a bottle of bleach, it's never in a transparent bottle. It's always in a solid bottle.
I never put that together. But do you know why I started putting copper pipes in my water long before somebody told me that you should do that? We bought a house about 25 years ago now, and it came with a pool and just above ground round pool. And the lady left the chemicals in there. It was pristine blue. And so I went doing some research on pristine blue. Guess what it is?
What?
Copper. It's liquid copper. And we're on our like fourth pool now, so different houses and stuff, but I've
Okay.
always used pristine blue. and I've never gone back to chlorine. And you've seen it. My pool always looks pristine.
Yeah, because when rain hits that water, it doesn't cause as vast of a chemical change as it does the other. So,
Yep. Yeah, it's
little,
pretty forgiving.
little nerdy science tidbit there
Yeah.
for you.
Well, rabbit hole. What
This is what
one?
I was going to tell you earlier.
Yeah.
Apple cider vinegar and bleach to make it stronger and
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is not only BS, but it's dangerous because if you mix it with bleach, you can actually cause chlorine gas, which is a good way to not live very long. If you breathe it in directly, it can not do good things.
You know, you're not supposed to mix it if you're putting other stuff like dewormers and antibiotics in the water too.
Yep.
It will deactivate them.
Yeah.
How about just not using it?
And really and truly, if my water was not so high in its pH, I wouldn't use it.
I almost wonder if baking soda wouldn't be better.
But you find me a baking soda injector that will work with my auto watering system, and we'll try it out.
Okay.
That's the main reason I do that. It's because once I have
can
it
see
set
that.
at the flow rate, it's there.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's not much though. It's probably like half a tablespoon to a gallon.
We will have more summertime tips in the next couple weeks. Make sure to like and subscribe for more tips and enjoy your summer.